start?
Yes, go ahead.
I understand you were really pretty shocked that some traces of that element came in. Were you frustrated too that the appeal didn't work?
Yeah, we did everything in our power, my agency and I, to to fight it. We turned in everything that we had. We went back to big statements 3 weeks prior to finding out, and I didn't change anything in my off season that I've done previous off seasons. I think the only thing I did was eat cleaner. So we did everything. We didn't have any information, and they said, look, if you try to appeal, you're probably not going to win. And at that point, I just wanted to let the Royals know. I was pretty beat inside, and it was just eating at me, and I just would rather tell them than, appeal for another month and not be able to tell anyone and lose, and then it would just make me worse mentally, physically. And so I just wanted to get it out there with Dayton and the front office.
Were you able to identify where it came from?
We have no idea, and that was the hardest part. Something got into my body without me knowing. It was scary, and it just kind of makes you think, what could it have been? And that's the hardest part to deal with, is not knowing, because I'm not a guy that's gonna cheat the game. I didn't do anything maliciously. It's not the type of person I am. It's not my character. It's not how I was raised. So it sucks, and we couldn't find anything, and that's what's going to eat me for the rest of my career, and it's not a good feeling at all.
What's the theory? Is it like a protein shake, vitamins?
I wish I had an answer. I went to Smoothie King like twice, but I don't think, I really don't know what it could have been. If I would have known, I would have appealed it. I would have tried to fight it in any way I could. I was obsessed with the big statements and trying to find anything that I ate that was unique or out of the ordinary. But I think the most I did was eat Chick-fil-A or Chipotle was, the one of the things that was like fast food related. Other than that, I didn't change the way I ate from this year to previous years. There's no difference.
In the past years, does any of the workout stuff that you've taken, is that usually stuff you would clear through training staff here? Or?
Well, yeah, they give it to you right before the year ends. They give you all your protein, your vitamins, and this year I was actually very, I guess I was just, I took those vitamins and the probiotics and the creatine very religiously this off season. I never did that in the past, and I was doing it every day. Right when I started training, 3 weeks after the off season is when I started, and I failed that drug test in early November, so kind of around that time. Those are the only things I did differently. It was everything that the Royals gave me is what I took. It was all part of what the MLB gives the Royals give to us, and that's all I took. I'm not a guy that's, with my figures. I think you kind of know.
What was that conversation like with Dayton when you approached him about the positive test?
A relief. I was in a pretty tough spot. But
give him a second, guys. You okay, man? give him a minute, guys.
Mhm.
Pretty okay, so.
Yeah.
You can just ask that question again.
Just what was that conversation like with Dayton when you talked about the test?
It was a relief. I was just going through a lot those past couple months because I knew I didn't do anything maliciously. So having his support was a good feeling for me. Him knowing who I am personally, and for me to have to accept an 80-game suspension for something I didn't maliciously do. So it was a relief to finally be able to tell someone and speak about it, and having his support definitely helped.
Who all knew when you got the results?
My parents and my girlfriend. That was it. I wasn't able to tell anyone, and I was very fortunate that I was able to have my girlfriend by my side during that time, just because I wasn't able to speak to anyone about it. And then, obviously, my family was in Nashville, so I was bouncing all around the country, just trying to, stay afloat mentally, and so I had them. That was, I couldn't imagine if I didn't have my family and her during that time, because it was extremely, extremely tough.
Guys, if it's okay, can we call it now? Everybody okay?